Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the mythical Viking city of Jomsborg. Moving right along, mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Who built this lost city? Why was it important to the people of their time? What brought about its downfall? Today we will answer these questions as we explore this legendary lost city on the south coast of the Baltic Sea. Jomsborg was a Viking stronghold in medieval Wendland, which is modern-day Pomerania. Jomsborg existed between the 960s and 1043. Its inhabitants were known as Jomsvikings. Do keep in mind that Jomsborg's exact location, or for that matter its existence, has not yet been established. For many scholars, Jomsborg is nothing more than a myth. One school of thought is that Jomsborg was located on the eastern outlet of the Oder River. The only source that mentions the precise location of Jomsborg is the controversial text The Gesta Vulinensis Escleate Pontificarum, which was discovered in 2019. Jomsborg was thought to be identical with the present town of Volyn on the southwestern tip of the Isle of Volyn. This locale is actually in Poland, located at the Srebna Gora hill. In early Middle Ages, modern Volyn was the site of a multi-ethnic emporium. The Nordic sagas use the name Jomsborg exclusively, while medieval German histories refer to the fabled city as Jumna or Julin. The Knitlingen saga and the Fagreskina Jomsborg was built by Danish king Harald Bluetooth. However, the Jomsviking saga makes claim that the Danish king Palnatoke founded the stronghold. In medieval records, Jomsborg is described as a fortress with a harbor. The harbor was overseen by a stone tower mounted with catapults. The harbor could be closed off by an iron gate which was built on an arch that spanned the entrance. According to the oldest records, the harbor initially had enough space for 3 ships. Yet later records state that the harbor was expanded to accommodate as many as 360 ships. What then happened to this important outpost? According to the Heimskringla, Jomsborg was destroyed in 1043 by the Dano-Norwegian king Magnus the Good. It was believed that most of the inhabitants were killed and the fortress was put to the torch. How important was Jomsborg to the Vikings? The Jomsborg Vikings, or Jomsvikings, as they were more commonly known, were comprised of selected warriors who adhered to a special codex and were loyal to their leader. Most records list that Jomsborg was headed by the Jarl of Jomsborg. This was a rank of nobility in Scandinavia. In Old Norse, it meant chieftain. Jarl can also mean sovereign prince. For example, the rulers of several petty kingdoms of Norway had the title of Jarl. In many cases, they had no less power than their neighbors who had the title of king. The term Jarl becomes obsolete by the Middle Ages and was replaced by the title of Duke. The most recognized Jarl of Jomsborg was Sigvald. He was the son of the petty king by the name of Strut Harald. He was the king of then Danish Scandia. Why was Jomsborg so important to the Norse kingdoms? Many armies set off for military campaigns from Jomsborg. Due to its location, it was not only a valuable center of trade, it was the perfect location to stage military launches. For example, Sven Forkbeard and a force of Jomsvikings set off for battle in Norway. However, they were eventually defeated by Jarl Håkon Sigurdsson, who was the de facto ruler of Norway. This powerful Jarl had a reputation for cruelty and was also known as Håkon the Bad. Years later, Olaf I of Norway led a contingent of Jomsvikings to engage in battle in Svolder. King Olaf I was also backed by an alliance of kings of Denmark and Sweden, who proved to be vital in his victory to unify Norway. What do archaeologists believe about Jomsborg? Was it truly a city or just another myth from the Norse sagas? Though the exact location of Jomsborg has yet to be established, there are many who believe that it was in fact a real place. What do you think? Did the mythical city of Jomsborg truly exist, or was it just another tale from the Norse sagas? This brings us to the end of the mythical city of Jomsborg. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Please like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Cartistos.